Hi guys, I've had this laptop for a few years now, and this is what I've been using as my main computer really. I've been using it mostly for Photoshop, editing photos, because that's what I'm into mostly. Don't get me wrong, it is a good computer. It is, it is a good computer. It's got, hold on, let me have a look at the specs. It's a Dell 7577. It's got Intel Core i7, which is a 7th gen. It's also got 16 gig of RAM. In terms of the graphics card, it's NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, which is not a bad graphics card really, to be honest. But I think what I tend to find is, it can handle Photoshop. I can actually run Photoshop, Lightroom, and OBS in the background recording as well. No major issues. Apart from, if another maybe software starts running in the background, that's where it struggles. The other issue I found myself having was when editing raw photos. I think the graphics card tend to crash, and then it reverts back to the integrated graphics card, which is right, but it's not as powerful as the NVIDIA one. So then that means all your processing, your photo editing takes longer and longer. Recently, because I bought a drone, a Mavic Air 2, which records in 4K. I've been trying to edit the footage in Premiere Pro, which has been horrendous on this laptop here. I don't know, it just keeps on either crashing or it doesn't render well. I'll show you what it actually does. Yeah, I've got this footage here that you see. In terms of scrubbing, look at that. You can't even do it, but at least the picture's there, it's playable, you can see it. But that's only because if I go to my settings here, you look at the project settings, it's actually set. Oh my god, I'm so sorry about that. My light just fell off. Scared me a bit. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. When you look at the settings here, hold on, I think what I will do is, because you can't see it, hold on, I'll go back and start recording on OBS. Hopefully that will work. And then I'll go back to Premiere. Yeah, what I was saying is, in terms of, for example, scrubbing, you can't do it, it struggles a lot, but it's actually doing it a little bit. But that's only because if I go on to my settings here, you can see that it's actually on rendering, it's set onto engine software only, which is a nightmare when it comes to rendering the video. It takes ages really. What I want to do is actually utilize the GPU. But when I do, this is what happens, and the footage is just unplayable. This is what I get. I've updated the graphics card, nothing has changed. I've rolled back to the previous ones that I found on the internet as well, haven't made any sort of difference. I've tried to have a look on the internet to see if there is any sort of troubleshooting, but no. I think it's pretty much my laptop is not that powerful, hence I've decided to get myself a desktop. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube really in terms of building your own, which I'm being tempted to do, but because of work commitments, I've just thought, I think what I'll end up doing is just getting one, and this is exactly what I did. I'll show you what I got. And there's the box right there that contains the computer. To be fair, I'm not actually sure. Oh. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it actually. I think it's what is it called? No, it doesn't. It doesn't give me the name of the computer. All it does give me is the hardware inside, really. Yeah, I can't remember. I'll have to have a look on the Curry's website. But that's the box. I mean, can you see the size of it? It's massive, isn't it? Look at that. For the monitor, I've went with the Asus. It's a VP28U. It's a 28-inch 4K monitor. To be honest, I think it's actually overkill. Really, I don't think I needed a 4K monitor, and also this size as well. I'm starting to think that maybe it is a bit too big. But you know, when I was actually sort of looking at the monitors, I just kind of like the look of this one. And I decided to go with this one. This is a CoolerMaster H500 chassis, I believe. Yeah, I think so. What you've got is, I mean, if you look at the top here, let's have a look at the top settings, see what we've got. You've got two USB, which is 3.0, and you've got two 2.0s here as well. You've got the power button, and then you've got the reset button here, which is a little bit difficult to press, but then again, I think that's a good thing. You know, you don't want to go around resetting your PC accidentally. And here you've got your headphone jack and your mic jack as well. On the front, I think you've got hold on, let's have a look at the front. Let me just turn it around. Okay, on the front you've got a mesh which is pretty much open, really, for maximum airflow. I mean, you've got some side openings here as well. And if you don't want this mesh here, you can take that off and you can put a glass panel. I think it's acrylics, really, not glass. I don't know, have a look if I can grab it. Yeah, that's it. It's this bit here, the plastic bit that you can put at the front here. I would rather maybe, I'm going to stick with the mesh just simply because of the airflow. I want maximum airflow into my unit. Yeah, at the back you've got your display port here and HDMI, and you've got some USBs as well. You get USB, I think that's 3.2, and this one is 3.1. At the bottom here you've got further outputs as well from the GPU itself, where I'm going to be connecting my monitor. And here you've got your Wi-Fi card in there as well. I think I've got the antennas for that as well. On top, you can see it's got another mesh opening as well. I believe this one is magnetic, yeah. So you can take it off for cleaning when you want to, just get the dust off over it, and then you can put it back on. As you can see, I've got a fan, a top fan here. I think I've only got one, but obviously you can have another one there as well. I think in the meantime I'm just going to stick with what I've got, and then I will see whether I can sort of maybe upgrade it as I go along. Okay, let me put this down. Let me turn this baby. Oh, gosh, that is heavy. I don't know whether you can see. I think what I'll do is put it like that. Yeah, you've got your tempered glass panel, which is held in place by these two screws here. I think you need a screwdriver for them, but I've tried them. They are not that tight, so I can actually get them off with just my hands. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that just now. And I'm just going to have a quick look inside, see what I've got. Okay, let's take this off. Yeah, I've got my RTX 270 Super. I believe it has, yeah, it's got 3 fans at the bottom. Can you see that? That thing is a beast, it's huge. I don't know whether you can see here as well, that's my Wi-Fi card there. I've got my, I think it's a 2 terabyte HDD, but I believe you can, yeah, I think you can fit in SSD here. You can also fit maybe another one there, but you've also got this bottom tray here, which comes out. You can, I believe you can fit 2 SSDs in there as well, which I'm going to do because my current laptop has got, I did upgrade it with 2 terabyte SSD. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one out and then stick that in here, because I'm going to be using this as my main computer from now onwards. Yeah, it's got water cooling as well. Yeah, I don't know whether that's RGB. I'll have a look once I've switched it on, because on the site it didn't actually tell me whether that's RGB. I do believe this 2 fans in the front are RGB, but this one here at the back, I don't know. This one just looks like it's just normal. The one at the top doesn't look like it's got anything on it. I think it's just a normal fan. For RAM, as you can see here, you've got 2 in the slots. They are both 8 gig each, so it's got 16 gig. I've ordered another set which is a 16 gig each, so that's going to be 32 gig in total, which I'm going to put in. I don't know what, I'm not sure whether I'm going to take out the 2 8 gigs, or I'm just going to put those 2 8 gigs in there as well to make it up to, is it 48? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what I've got. For my CPU, it's an Intel Core i7, I believe 10th gen is a 10700K, which is unlocked. So I'm supposed to be getting some sort of super performance from that, but I will see. What I'm going to do is, I think once it's all connected, I'm going to then, try and do some bench testing. Yeah, bench testing. I've got some for my laptop already. I mean, I don't think it's a fair sort of comparison, simply because, one, that laptop has been used for quite a long time, so it might be a little bit slower because of that. So what I'm thinking of doing is, once this is all set up as well, I'm then gonna reset the laptop to its factory settings, start again, and see where the benchmarks are gonna be. Yeah, what I was gonna tell you about this computer. No, I don't think there is much I can tell you. I mean, I've told you I'm going to upgrade the RAM, which is going to be coming within the next few days, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the SD card, but I'm not going to do that now, but that's something that I'm going to be doing very, very soon, because I've got the SD card already. No, not SD card, the SSD storage, which is a 2 terabyte. So yeah, I don't want to let that go to worst. What else can I tell you about this? Yeah, the motherboard, I think it is Z490P. Don't know much about in terms of its performance, but that's something I'm gonna find out. I don't know whether this got Bluetooth or not, but I'm gonna find out soon enough. Okay, I'm gonna power this on now. Okay, I'm gonna get my monitor, the one that I showed you, which is a 4K 28-inch. I think I went overboard on that monitor, but what can I do? I've got it now, so I've got to use it. Okay, I'm going to turn this baby on now. Whoa! Okay. I mean, I knew the front fans were RGB already, so that's not a surprise. I didn't know whether this back one was RGB, and the water cooler itself as well is RGB, which is quite nice. The graphics card as well, it's got some lighting there as well where it says palette, which is quite neat as well. I don't know whether you can see inside. Hold on, let me just turn my phone on so we can have a look inside. I don't know whether you can actually see on the graphics card itself. I think you can see a sort of a small strip which is orange, which is RGB. I think it keeps on going on a little brighter and then a bit dimmer, brighter it comes on. The AIO, you can see that it's RGB as well. The fans are spinning. Let me feel, yes, I can feel the air coming out. What about this one? Yeah, I can feel the air coming out as well, so that's good. So these are sort of taking the air out. I don't know whether these ones are yeah. Oh, I don't know. Can I feel air coming out? So I wouldn't think. I don't know. I'm not sure as to which sort of system they're using, because my understanding is some of the fans, because I was thinking maybe the front ones are sort of intake fans which blows in fresh air, and then this one's sort of blows the air out, but I'll have to test that. Yeah, how do I do that? I think I saw somebody on YouTube. I'll have a look on YouTube first, and then I will see if I can emulate it. It's all updated now, so it's pretty much ready for use, really. I think what I want to do next really is to do a bit of a comparison between this one and my laptop. So what I'm going to do to my laptop, I think I'm just going to reset it really. Yeah, I think I'm going to reset it to give it a fair sort of fighting chance, and then see how it goes. We'll do that in the next video. For now, I think I'm just going to put on the panel, set it all up nicely, and then maybe download the rest of the software that I normally use, things like Photoshop, Lightroom, and Premiere Pro. Oh yes, I need OBS as well. So yeah, until next time, take care.